All right. Qualifying session for Group E Race 4 is underway. Checkered flag is out. You know what? Aiden Kennedy with a pretty solid time. That is a 53.7. Should get him into the top 10. Seb Miller with a 53.9. Kochachevsky with a 53.5. That is pretty close to pole position. Ooh. Arnaud Tuven with the 53.3. This is one of the championship leaders with 2 victories. Tied with Ruben Button, so this is his main rival at the moment. Starting off in pole position, just in front of Kochachevsky. Vika Schled starting off in P3, Levi Blocks in P4, Dylan DeWolf in P5, Jarno Hermans in P6, Aiden Kennedy up into P7. Nice effort by the American driver. Selena Ballnagger in P8, P9 for Seb Miller. Stefan Verhofstadt a little disappointed starting off in P10. Grégoire Pointe in P11, Paluk Bertel in P12, Cédric Cardon in P13, Antonacci in P14, Adam Wyckoff in P15, Radstad in P16, Mario Vallecillo in P17, and last but never least, Jesper Chai. These are the 18 drivers on track. Amazing day, Portuga. Thanks pelos elogios, Little House. Little House, Erika Goiano. Okay, welcome, boys. As Max waits it out for the termination of the grid formation. Group E about to start. We still will have two more races today. Ten minutes to 4 p.m. over here in Belgium. So Chris telling drivers, please go slowly. Slowly but surely onto the first waved green flag as they go through the first turn. We are green, 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 and we are racing. Keep an eye out for the fights in the middle of the pack. So far, so good. Oh! Ooh, a lot of fighting going on. All right, a lot of fighting going on towards the end of the field. Arnaud Tuven still keeping up first position. Still didn't build a gap to Kochachevsky in second place. Kochachevsky looking over his shoulder, checking the distance to Vika Schleds. Vika has a problem with his number plate. It might go off anytime soon. $53.4 for Arnaud up in front. He's pushing for his third victory of the day. Second lap just starting off. Aiden Kennedy started off in P7 down to P6. Now he is in the pits as is Stefan Verhofstadt. Adam Wyckoff also in the pit lane. Koczyczewski up to second spot with the 53.3. That is the first purple lap. So Aidan Kennedy with an 18.4, Stefan with the 18.5, and Adam Wyckoff 18.1. Já rolou piuí, pineapple. Tadeu, beijo. I love you. Amazing, unbelievable commentator from Brazil. But let's get back into the race. I want the top three on my screen. Arnaud Tuven has 2 victories, I think. I can't remember his result in the morning. I remember his first 2 races. That was 2 victories. He's telling everyone to calm down. Talking to Koczyczewski. Ooh, Koczyczewski does not care. Tries to throw one on the inside. Was a little bit late. He knows Vika is also aggressive just behind him. So he has to worry about going forward and at the same time not losing position. So this is the right call for him. Goes right into the pits, trying to protect that second spot, getting rid of all sorts of fuss that are going down in the track. He's hoping not to get into any traffic when he gets back into the track. So yep, that's it. That's a pretty safe return. He'll have a couple of laps full speed without having to worry about Vika Schlegs on his back or Arnaud Tuven in front of him. So Vika should go closer by, should be approaching more and more to Arnaud up in front. Dylan de Wolf is marginally close as well. As they go through that left-right kink, which we call the L4 chicane. Onto the Shadow Realm. They seem a little bit quieter on this part of the afternoon because people in the morning are a little too fired up, too much. As that is Selena Ballnegger getting up in front of Grégoire Pointet and Seb Miller. Seb Miller losing out 1 position to Selena. Selena trying to get those points for the overall championship. Grégoire Pointet, after losing the position, goes straight ahead into the pits. And Vika now getting closer and closer. So let's look at the times now. We have to monitor, let me see. Yeah, Koczyczewski, who was in second place with the 53.4. Vika also with the 53.4. Arnaud in P1 with the 53.6. So Koczyczewski might get in the middle of these guys towards the end of the race. Of course, they still have to do more mandatory stops. Vika, I can tell he wants that victory bad because he lost out in the morning against his teammate Ruben Boutens, who made the overtake on the last lap. An absolutely spectacular race by both of them. Now we're following P3 and P4. Jarno Hermans and Dylan DeWolf. Jarno up into P3. Dylan down to P4. He was overtaken on the previous lap by Jarno, Palup, Bertil, Rodstedt, and Kočičevski. So Kočičevski already going for his second pit stop. Going a bit conservative on this. Maybe he was getting up into traffic and just decided to get rid of traffic. I don't know how much that worked out because he's got traffic all over again in front of him. Meanwhile, while Vika does not quit, does not want to let Arnold Tuven let go in front of him. 8 laps out of 23 gone already. Vika doing a nice and consistent championship. Arnaud, just the Honolulu driver, looking over his shoulder, starts going semi-defensive. He knows Vika is aggressive. If he gets the opportunity, look at that, not giving him the slightest gap possibility. Look how he closes down the line, the racing line. Maybe this could be a good time. Exactly my thoughts. Maybe this could be a good time for Vika to go up into the pits. He still will not be lining up with Kočičevski, who's down in P13 and completed his 2 pit stops. So he just has to hope for not going into traffic. Cuts ahead of traffic, not a bad pit stop for Vika now. Dylan DeWolf in P3 with the purple lap, 53.257. Vika down to P8 after his pit stop. And we're going with the stroll around with Arnold Tuven, the Honolulu driver. No, actually this is P2 and P3. That is Hermans. That is Jarno Hermans and Dylan DeWolf. Jarno has been here in the morning with 1 victory earlier on. Can you film Seb Miller, number 13? Let me see. Yeah, sure. Your request is an order for us, Henry. Of course. Seb Miller right away. Our camera crew are looking for him. Yeah, that is Kočičevski. That is definitely not Seb. I think Seb just went by. I think he has a blue helmet, right? Here we go. There you go, Henry. Let's go for a lap with Seb Miller. Goes up inside the Shadow Realm. We'll go for a full lap with him. Race for Group E. Done. Almost done. Actually, we are halfway done. Goes up into Thunder Road. Onto King's Tribute. Has a little bit of a left-right into Mushroom. Directing him himself now into Dive Bomb City, into the final kink, onto the scoop, turn 1, then the ladle, as they go back like this, to the left onto the L4 chicanes. And that was basically a full lap with turn names and everything as he goes through the Shadow Realm. Now I'm curious to see what Kočičevski is doing back in P12. what Vika is doing in P7. So Vika 53.5s, Koczyczewski 53.3s. Interesting. Up in front, Arno Tuven with 53.4s. And Jarno also with 53.4s. I would say Koczyczewski has a chance for the lead, actually, if he keeps on with this pace, taking out 0.2 of a second per lap. That is Levy blocks on our screen. 53.5 with kart 7 is very good. I mean, Vika Schlitz is driving, so surely it will be good. Selena Ballnagger up to P5. I don't know if she did any of her mandatory pit stops yet. So let's just keep monitoring. Koczyczewski 53.5. Vika 53.4 on this lap. Arno 53.5 as well. Jarno 53.4. It's going to be tight on the end. There's Jarno. There's Dylan DeWolf as well. Going through Thunder Road into King's Tribute. Through Mushroom. Cédric Cardon in the pits, 18.5, safe time, pretty safe. Dylan DeWolf, I think he should be net P3-ish in the pits. I don't know if this is his second or first, this might be his first pit stop. Comes out a little bit behind Vika Schlitz. So we still have to wait for Vika and Dylan also to go in the pits, performing their mandatory second pit stop, and see where Koczyczewski gets out on at the end of the race when everyone is back on their real positions, after everyone has served their mandatory pit stops. So for those of you who don't know how this works, drivers are obliged to make 2 mandatory pit stops for a minimum of 18 seconds. You cannot pit stop on your first lap, and you cannot pit also on your last lap. For instance, if you are under 18 seconds, between 17 and 18 seconds, you will get a 5-second time penalty added to your total race time after the race. If you go below 17, you will get 20 seconds added to your time after the race. So it's a little bit better if you just careful to, if you go 18.3, 18.2, that is more than enough. Another lap done, 4 laps to go. The leaders don't seem to want to go on to the pits. Aiden Kennedy in the pits. Let's see if he's going to play this safe or not. $18.2. So Bertil with his outlap with an 18.6. Aiden with an 18.2. Yeah, that's perfect. Can't wait to see Jarno and Arno Tuven to go in the pits. See what happens when they get back on track. Selena running nice lap times. So Vika is in the pits for the second time. Let's see how he gets out in terms of comparison to Koczyczewski. I think Koczyczewski will get the jump. Yep. Works out just fine for Koczyczewski. He was nice and consistent before. Now let's see Arnaud and Jarno, how this will pan out for their race. There goes Koczyczewski and Vika. They are P9 and P10, no, P8 and P9. Stefan Verhofstadt down the order. Yeah, pretty much shocked with this result. He started off in P10, down to P12. I don't know about his strategy up until now. Selena Ballnegger out, Seb Miller out of the pits, both of them with 18.4s. So 2 laps to go now. This is the start of the 21st lap. Wagner Carvalho, abraço para o melhor narrador de kart que existe, mentiroso. Bora, Marcão. Beijo, Japa. Obrigado. Thank you so much to our Brazilian crowd watching us as well. So, Arnaud, Jarno, and Levi Blocks inside the pits. Who's coming back now? Dylan DeWolf just behind Jarno. We should have one more pit stop also for Arnaud Tuven. Dylan got a little stuck behind behind Jarno as they came out of the pits. Seb Miller, on the other hand, has his hands full of Stefan Verhofstadt for that 10th position. Adam Wyckoff in the pits. Rodstead with an 18.4 pit stop. Vika Schledz with the fastest lap of the race, 53.2. So Arnaud coming in the pits. All right, this is where the cookie crumbles, guys. Arnaud, Jarno, Dylan, Levy, and Grégoire Pointe also in there. Let's see how this is going to pan out. Oh, and there is the jump. That is the jump done by Koczyczewski. Vika Schledz up to second place. I got goosebumps right now. Nice strategy. So Arnaud Tuven dropping down to third position. Let's see if we're going to have a fight. Probably they'll go defensive. Vika tries to go on the inside. Koczyczewski closes that door on him. Jarno falling close by. Arnaud kind of worried. Look at that. Vika Schledz closing that door, not leaving a single space for Arnaud Tuven to try and go by. Closing the door as they go on to the final kink. But this is Koczyczewski wins the race. Solid strategy by him. This is a 5-way fight for the victory. Nice job by Koczyczewski and Vika Schledz as well. They both got the jump on Arnaud Tuven. Jarno Hermans finishes the race in P4. Dylan DeWolf in P5. Aiden Kennedy, hats off for that P6 position. Levy Blocks in P7. Selena Ballnegger in P8. Steb Miller P9. Stefan Verhofstadt finishes on that P10 position. Grégoire Pointe on P11. Palup Bertil in P12. Antonacci in P13. Cédric Cardon in P14. Rodstead in P15. Adam Wyckoff P16. Jesper Jide in P17. And Mario Balestilo in P18. What a race. Carlão, aqui é permitido andar sem luva e de viseira aberta. Okay, boys, so I will see you in a few moments. Let's go for the highlights. See ya later for Group F.